What an ending. Sun JinWoo, Shadow Monarch. Level 100 he reached, which is interesting. What does that mean? Stuff can happen? I haven't read the manhwa just. So I'm just leaving it to the anime to fill me in. So level 100, Shadow Monarch. It was so good. I keep saying it, it's so good. Such a good anime. Nothing like it. Just nothing out there like it. So let's draw Sung JinWoo. Opening his tie, that final scene. It's looking slick. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So the scene kind of zooms into his face, but I found someone had clipped him opening his tie and his head sort of together. So we're going to do that. We're going to include his hand, right? So center point of my page about here, I'd say his chin will be about halfway, right? So the head, the top of his head is cut off. So we'll go from chin to like, I'd say top of his forehead, and he has some of his fringe hanging down. But say here, we'll go up over to the right, and we'll start with that very, very thin, spiky eye of his. So, and diagonal is the way we will start, right? And this line does get fairly thick. Right, so it goes across the top. And it gets spiky at the back. So it goes like to a spike back here. So we get our general shape in first. So we got like a little hook. Going down that way, and this like joins the spike here at the back, right? So it's like kind of thicker at the top. And it's always darker up at this top end. So very, very thin eyes now. And then his bottom eyelid just comes around here. It's kind of a broken line. Like it's not touching, the lines aren't touching each other. And then they do this extra little line coming down the side here. There's also some little eyelash lines coming out the front of this spike. So looking up, so we have a half circle, very thin, like that, and then his pupil is tiny. Gives him that sort of predator look in his eye. Boom, boom. So we have an eyelid line just above. Kind of a broken curved line. And then his eyebrow very thin, just above that again. So we go this way. It's real, it's kind of wider in the middle, but we'll go, we'll just carve it. Back this way, it goes kind of out to that spike, the length of that one, just out there. Now, you could leave it black if you wanted, but they do a little bit of a color, right? So they add another little line on the top, make it real pointy at the front. And it's like they want a little section that they can color gray, or like the color of his hair sort of on the inside. But generally it's quite thin. Right, so his other eye, right? It's kind of underneath his hair, so we've got like this glowing blue stuff. But we'll draw the glowing blue first, and then we can erase anything we don't need, because the hair kind of comes over it. It's like the fire comes underneath his hair. So we've got like a kind of a spike here at the front, and then it starts to go back. And that's kind of all blue inside. So then his nose, so that's standard, so it goes, it's kind of straight, right in the middle here. So we go with that first line. And then they leave a gap, and then they do the sort of a shadowy sort of tip on the nose, just like that. So this one's kind of like a little bit thicker than the rest. And then his mouth, so he's smiling, right? It's kind of like underneath this eye it starts. So say like there, we'll just put a little dot, and then the inside of his iris here, I'd say, is a good place to just there. It looks like the width of it on my screen anyway. Right? And we can see his teeth, right? But we'll do the sort of top line first. So we'll just go sort of this way, as if his mouth is closed at first, and then to open and see some teeth, we'll just go down this way. Kind of dimples at the back here. And then bottom lip, like so. And then real sharp chin, like nearly a V, nearly. Just make him look like he's smiling a bit more. Okay, he has a real sharp jaw, right? So it goes up this way. So again, you're just kind of making this V shape a bit bigger. And like his jawbone is kind of underneath the corners of his eye, sort of here, kind of across from his top lip. That's where it starts to curve upwards towards his ear and the side of his head. Right, and this kind of keeps going and meets his sideburn eventually. But we'll just... So just here we have a little V for a sideburn. Can't see it on this side, but I assume that there should be a lot of shadow in it, like extreme shadow. So, well, I'll put one. So, put one there anyway. And then there's like another sort of hair spike here. And then his ear seems to come out from this spot, kind of in line with his eyebrow. And your earlobe normally is like in line with the tip of your nose, right? So you're going down about that far. Okay, you want to do the same thing over here. And there's actually another hair spike coming over this blue. And then it comes out kind of same height as the other side. Okay. And then ear lines inside, easiest way, letter J to get you started. Some people, some shows would actually even leave it like that. But of course, in this there's a bit more detail because they put a bit more effort into smaller details in this show. No offense, other shows. Other shows crying. Okay, so like he's got plenty of hair now, plenty of fringe. So we got like the side of his head just there. There's like a little hair spike coming down. So like that way. And then up there again. And we have some sort of zigzags for his hairline just in here. And then more of his fringe comes out. Right over his nose. And like anything you draw over, you know, the blue will be sort of underneath. I think we can see a bit of his eyebrow there, can we? So just like sort of adding these lines now wherever I feel they should be. And then we start to get some sort of sticking out. on his head here, maybe in behind. Right, let me go sort of this way with it. And hanging down the side of his head here. Like so. I think we can see a bit of his eyebrow in there. Let's see, where would I put it? Go sort of in line with this one, just above the hair, maybe. You can see just a tiny bit of eyebrow. Just in there. I didn't notice that till I was doing the hair there. Lots of shadow in there, so it's not really visible. Right. So then, he has a very, very strong looking neck. It's quite wide up the top, so we'll go this way. Like it comes from his ear, sort of. We got neck muscles going that way. Very long neck. Looks like there's a shadow underneath. I'll do like a bit of a one. I'll do like one of these dealies. Probably helps the chin shape anyway. Yeah, shadow's cool. Like the shadow. It's like a bit more neck there. So then that shirt, right? Let's see, the hand. So we have the collar sort of going this way around his neck. The other side kind of like swoops in a bit, so it goes in here, down. Then another line just coming that way. And then the outside of it's kind of large, right? It's like that. Then you got some like inside stitching. It just goes down that way, line there. The other side comes out this way, around his neck. Really big collar now. Right, then we got to do his hand sort of grabbing, and then we'll do shoulders. Well, maybe we'll do shoulders first. So, say like the jacket, we'll do shoulders first because the hand is kind of in the middle here. And then he's got that other sort of suit collar line there. you can only see kind of half of it on this side. Right, and then those wide shoulders. Going off this way. Would it go off the page? Hard to know. Probably not. Like if it's, depends on how wide his shoulders are, I guess, but probably goes down this way. Somewhere there. So your shoulders are sort of the width of your head. That's why I'm sort of measuring it kind of that way, but he does have wide shoulders, so maybe something like that. So a male shoulders are usually 3 across, but he seems like extra broad, so just makes him look probably stronger. So his hand comes up here, right? So, and then he's like grabbing the tie here, so we do like the back of his hand. And this will come like up to his finger knuckle, which is going down around the back of his tie there. And so there's like knuckle joints and stuff here. Number 2. Number 3. So these are like the row of knuckles. And the pinky knuckle's different. Goes like more down that way and around. So this is like his pinky down here. Hands are very hard to draw, so take your time, hit pause a lot. So his pinky's just here at the side of his hand. And then this goes down to like the palm of the hand and some of the wrist. And then we can see like his ring finger underneath here. And white shirt, sleeve, black shirt, or suit, black suit, sleeve. Like some more knuckle lines here. They don't do any hand lines, but might be worth doing. And then the tie, so his index finger is grabbing his tie there. So that goes around underneath the shirt. So yes, we'll just finish that off underneath. I think we can see some collarbones there then. And then the shirt is kind of open here. And we can see a few more finger lines. Like center line for his chest. And some more shirt details. I think some of the black tie going that way. Carving. Do 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 doop. I think that's everything. Okay, JinWoo, Shadow Monarch, level 100. No, like the level 100 is like the one with the image with the sword as well, so I might do that one too. We'll see. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.